Hey, you muted. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. Hold on. I'm not doing his hey yo 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 yo. All right, he needs to do it. All right, restart.
Yo 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 yo. What's up to kicking it with the clowns this weekend in the Colts edition of Missing the Playoffs? Welcome in everybody. Welcome back for another episode, man. Hope everybody's having a great holidays and great weekend out there. Obviously, we know the news, but appreciate everybody coming in, man. How y'all boys doing this weekend?
Solid, man. It was a good Christmas season, just enjoying time with the family, watching some college football, great bowl games, good hockey games, and then the Colts season is over. So that's where we're at. It's over. It's done with. Finito, dead in the water. God help us.
Yep. God help us.
It's hockey season.
Madden Zach. It's hockey season.
I had a great Christmas. Spent it with family. 3 Christmases in one day. Kind of nuts, but
hell yeah.
Got it all done. Watched some college football, and it's hockey season. So let's go Devils. Go win a Stanley Cup, please. Please don't suck like my football team does.
Well,
yep.
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't do shit on Christmas. I broke my phone on Christmas when I went to the gym. It was pretty disappointing. Then nothing was open, so I had to wait an entire day to get a fucking phone. But I didn't do anything. Called my kids. That was it.
Oh yeah.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's hilarious that you guys say you're on to other seasons because like I'm a Lakers fan and the Lakers season is going almost like exactly like the Colts season. So
hey, Pacers too, bro. Like we could talk about that.
I mean, we could go there, but it's a dark place.
Basketball. I know there's a reason we said hockey season because basketball is not it right now.
No, it is. Christmas just passed. Christmas is when basketball season starts for me. But yeah, man. Either way, let's go ahead and run off some of these scores, man. Last week, man, the Rams beat the Seahawks 38-37. That game was a great game. If you didn't watch it, I encourage you to go back and check that game out. That was a great game. Go check that one out. Eagles beat the Commanders 29-18. Packers lost to the Bears 22-16. Chargers beat the Cowboys 34-17. And they couldn't do that tonight, huh? Vikings beat the Giants 16-13. Bengals beat the Dolphins 45-21. Panthers beat the Bucs 23-20. Saints beat the Jets 29-6. The Chiefs lost to the Titans 26-9. Bills beat the Browns 23-20. Jags beat the Broncos 34-20. Falcons beat the Cardinals 26-19. The Texans beat the Raiders 23-21. Steelers beat the Lions 29-24. The Ravens lost to the Patriots 28-24. The 49ers ended up beating us on the Monday Night Football game, 48-27, making us officially 0-3 in our Indiana Knights uniforms.
Burn 'em.
They don't know if you guys got to watch any games on Christmas Day. But
I watched all of them. I did watch all of them.
30-23. The Vikings beat the Lions 23-10. The Broncos beat the Chiefs 23-13. The Ravens are currently playing the Packers, and all we very well know is the Colts needed the Chargers to beat the Texans today. Actually, just went final a little bit ago, and the Texans win 20-16, officially ending the Colts season as far as playoff goes.
The refs did it.
That also makes us. I want to say we're up to like 0-19 for things that we need to happen over the last 3 weeks to get us into the playoffs. Literally nothing has bounced our way. Not to mention we also lost DeForest Buckner again and placed him back on IR. So there you go. Welcome to the Clown Show. If you can still walk around proudly wearing your Colts gear or even say you're a fan, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Clown Show.
If you notice, my blinds are closed, so no one sees me.
Yeah, I wouldn't want anyone to know.
I don't walk outside with this shit on. All right.
No,
I don't.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
I don't even wear
my
it.
blinds are also closed. So
yeah.
I need a Devils hoodie. All right. I need to get some Devils gear so I can start repping them.
I won't even wear it. Not till serious changes are made. I don't know if y'all can see me. I got words over my face. But yeah.
Well, we can probably remove that. Let me see.
What's that?
Words on my face.
Oh, I got it.
Oh,
double click. My bad. There we go.
Well, we normally don't have 4, so
Right.
normally the comments are good when they're right there. But y'all can see the comments anyway, so there's no reason for them to be on the screen.
But
Yeah,
I
I
won't
shared
even.
this one everywhere around, so we're probably gonna have comments from everybody. Probably have a bunch of Jags and Texans and Titans fans laughing at us, but
It is what it
Fair
is.
enough.
It is what it
Titans
is
fans-
at this point.
Titans fans can't laugh at shit.
I mean, technically they can.
But why would you?
I mean, like, because it's like the way we collapsed. You know,
Bro,
we got no
I want
quarterback.
I want Colby to come in here because I remember I posted on Facebook about the Colts when we started Daniel Jones, and then he commented on it, and I told him enjoy competing for the division with the Houston Texans, and then he came in here and commented that and called me out on it, and I was right.
Oh, yeah,
And I was right.
Ended up being
yeah.
right.
He's definitely been one of the more supportive Jags fans. So
He's good, dude. Good dude. Yeah.
All roads lead back to 8-9, dude. It doesn't fail.
Yeah.
It never fails.
Yeah.
When in doubt,
Did y'all have any
8-9
thoughts or comments on the
When in
open,
doubt, when it comes to the playoffs, the Colts pull out. You know.
Yeah, they sure do. When anything is on the line, don't put your money on them.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Bet the house against them, and you'll be a rich man. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
For real.
At this rate, I might need to start doing it
Yeah.
just maybe it might counter reverse my luck one of these days or something.
At least I
Well,
can
I thought-
cash in on my football hopelessness. You know.
I thought about benching Tyler Warren in my fantasy league because I'm in the championship. I'm like, I don't know. He hasn't done shit since Rivers starting. So,
Yeah.
which is
yeah.
crazy because Rivers is normally a tight end guy, and I'm like confused. But
Yeah. Let's jump into some of these comments real quick. I'm sure we all got thoughts on
yeah, Nathan's
of
been
the
in here since
situation.
like fucking
like 4:30
goddamn 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
One-
1
He's
o'clock.
loyal,
1
bro.
o'clock, bro.
Jesus.
Loyal,
Okay.
dude.
As
But
soon
yeah,
as I made I guess as soon as I scheduled the show, he was in the
he,
comments.
he was ready to. He was locked
Shout out
in. He was
Nathan,
locked in
bro.
on the show. So shout out to Nathan. Appreciate you. He said he was going to miss the stream, but it's time to clean house on the defensive side of the ball. He is sorry. He also says that if it means trading Grover, trading Buckner, trading Kenny, going younger, cut Franklin, third DC in 3 years, you start putting blame on players, not the DC. Time to clean house. I'm sorry, Shane, a horrible coach. This meltdown has to be the last straw for Shane and Ballard. Clean fucking house, 10 damn years, 1 playoff appearance. We're wasting JT's prime because Ballard loves mediocrity. You also got says Ricky Johnson. I believe that's Rick. So I think I missed you a couple times as you said you were in the stream. So shout out to Rick. But he says, "Hey Matt, Leroy Trev. I don't think he might have saw he missed you, Zach. There. I think he just couldn't see you. He also says, Leroy, you would make a better freaking Jim than Ballard's bum ass. Hey, we got a couple guys in here that actually would love to be GM. So I wouldn't give myself too much credit, but I'm pretty sure I could. At this point, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I could figure some stuff out. I may need some help with the cap, but as far as player wise goes, I think I could figure some stuff out. Tressa also says, "Hey guys, happy belated Christmas, Merry Christmas."
Hey Tressa, don't worry, your pretty young thing will be on.
Pretty young.
But yeah, man. I'll just start us off, man, just because this just goes back to a long time ago, and I think it was kind of like to the point like we all talk about it during the season and stuff. We have our chat and whatnot. When we just discuss how things are looking, how they go, or whatever. And it's always kind of like a thing where like we were pretty hyped, and all of us had our skepticism about Daniel Jones being the quarterback coming into this season. Basically, him and AR, and how we thought the season may play out. Even when we started doing good, we thought it was pretty crazy. I know I had my hesitancy up until like about week 4 or 5 with Daniel. But even then, the defense was, kind of, hanging in there, showing some kind of signs of life. We already started with plenty of guys on IR. But it was just too many things that showed signs early on in the season. And I would just question little things. And even Matt would question some little things. And we would kind of conversate back and forth just a little bit, just to, discuss how we felt about certain situations. And some of us passed things over. Some of them kind of took them more seriously, even as we got into a little heated debate and whatnot. And we just kind of, just didn't like some of the things and didn't want to hear some of the things that each other had to say. But at the end of the day, we always kind of saw the painting being on the wall. And then injuries. I mean, we had our panic and patience all year. And I think injuries probably had to be on there at least every other week. And there it brought the collapse, man. It brought us to a point where it got to towards the Steelers and the Falcons game, where it was kind of iffy about what we were doing and how we were running the team. The next thing you know, Daniel comes up with a broken leg injury. He's playing on that. And I think from the moment that we lost to the Chiefs, I think that was pretty much when all of us just kind of seen what was really about to happen with this team. And it just took off from there. Daniel Jones ends up tearing his Achilles versus the Jags while having a broken leg. And from there, it just
breaks his freaking neck.
I'll be honest, the camel's back.
My first thought goes down to Tressa. She says, we're the first team to go 8-0 and not make the playoffs. We didn't start 8-0, so I just wanted to comment on that real quick. We were 7-1,
but still,
and then 8-2. We are the first team to start with that record, the 7-1 or 8-2, and not make the playoffs. So yeah, that's you're accurate, but and then I wanted to go back to Nathan's comment here, where he's talking about trading Grover, trading Buckner, trading Kenny Moore, going younger, cut Franklin. For one, I'm 100% on cutting Franklin. Franklin can fucking go. Dude is a waste of a linebacker spot. He's only performed well when he's had stellar linebackers next to him, and we haven't had that this year. I mean, we've had guys that can become that, but Franklin's always benefited from whoever was next to him, whether it was Anthony Walker, whether it was Bobby O, EJ Speed, but
Darius Leonard.
I do think that, like, I wasn't on this at first. I was kind of like, that. This is a little crazy, right? I saw this before we started the show, and I was like, I wouldn't really do it. But not that, sitting here thinking about it, I kind of would. And the reason I would is because we traded 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner. We haven't had the ability to build around a quarterback. We've been kind of trying to plug and play a quarterback in with a team that we've built. So now I'm kind of at the point where, yeah, maybe we should trade some of these guys, be prepared, keep DJ. I think DJ played well when he was healthy. It was when he became unhealthy when he became an issue.
He broke that fucking leg.
Yeah, and he wasn't even really the issue.
I got a thought on that, so speak and then I'll comment after you're done.
Yeah, he wasn't. I don't think he was really the issue even after he got hurt. After he fucked his leg up, whatever. It was when, he went down completely, and now we were just fucked since. So that shows that DJ really was an improvement at that position. So to me, yeah, I'm keeping DJ, and I'm trading people away. I'm getting picks. We're not going to get first round picks for the guys we have. We're not going to get a first round pick for JT. He's getting at that age where it's not worth the first round pick. We might get a second. We can trade Buckner, Kenny Moore. We can gather up these picks and just build around DJ. I think we're in that position where instead of us trying to plug and play another quarterback, we're in a position where we have a quarterback. Now we can just build around him, build the system, and we can become more consistent. Be prepared to suck next year if this is the route they go. But to be fair, it's the route I would. Go ahead, Zach.
If I'm DJ, I get the hell away from Indy.
I mean, he has that option.
He has that option.
I mean, I wouldn't.
You got to think about it. Minnesota's probably going to come after him with the sauce. Like, coming off an injury, they clearly don't have a quarterback situation. They don't have a situation. Like, McCarron just is cheeks, booty, awful.
Yeah. McCarthy, you mean?
McCarthy, my bad. He can just come in there and, do basically whatever he wants, and it's already a better situation than it is in Indy. If I'm DJ and I'm looking out for DJ only, I'm not coming back to Indy. Not with the current administration and the building. Like, the Colts with Ballard has only proven dysfunction. That's all he's proven. Dysfunction. I mean, that's where I'm at with it. We've already wasted a career, 2 All-Pro careers in Quentin Nelson and Jonathan Taylor. I don't want to ruin
a third.
Right. And I don't want to ruin, the reclamation project that was Danny Dimes and feel bad for that. So if I'm Danny Dimes, I stay the hell away from Indy. Like,
I hear you, but at the same time, like, this is the only place where he's succeeded. So if you're looking at it from the Colts end, they absolutely should try to re-sign Daniel Jones like that.
Yeah,
to me, that's a no-brainer that they need to offer Daniel Jones at least. But from Jones' side, I hear what you're saying, and it makes sense. But also, this is the only place he's succeeded, and you only get so many chances as a quarterback, right? Like this is the only place he's had success. If he goes somewhere else and it doesn't work out, he's probably looking at the end of his career. Whereas here, it's like we've already seen you can do something. I feel like Indy would give him that time and really make him the franchise guy. So there's definitely credibility to what you're saying about like just get out because it's a mess, because it is absolutely.
Just get out.
But also like from his end, this is the only place he's played really that well, other than 1 year in New York. So it would make sense for him to be like, no, we're running it back. We'll figure this out. We'll get healthy. Like he also just kind of seems like that kind of guy, that kind of team mentality guy. So I don't know. I feel like he'll be back next year.
Yeah. And I said earlier in our chat, Tressa here says Ballard, or I'm sorry, you go ahead. You're probably going to comment on what we were
I just want to throw my sense in on the same conversation. No, you're good. I just think that if I'm Daniel, just like Trev said, you haven't really succeeded anywhere else. You can try and go to Minnesota, but the whole thing is you're going to have to he's basically missing a full year. He won't have a mini camp, a training camp.
It's gonna be
obviously rough. He's going to know that playbook, but you're going to be around a bunch of players that you don't know, that you got to relearn and stuff like that. I think also this is the best situation, like Trev also said, that he's ever been in his career. Obviously, Zach, I do get the part that you say about dysfunction, because I just, again, this is why I said last year, I mean, who needs 9 years to fix a team when you're a general manager? You shouldn't need that damn long.
You should accidentally make the playoffs in that amount of time.
Exactly.
The most it should take is 5.
Exactly. So, I just think that it would be in his best interest. I think I already mentioned this to the chat and to the show and everything. I think the best bet is to re-sign Daniel. You keep him in the building. I think, they got to make the decision on AR. If it was up to me, I'd probably give him the 5th-year option.
Really?
And just
$21 million.
No, it should be 15. His 5th-year option should be 15. Because I just think that's one way that you can have a guy out there and you can give him that one last shot, just because Daniel's likely not going to be healthy for the first 3 to 4 weeks of the season. So that would be AR's chance. And then I'd bring in one more quarterback like a Jameis Winston, a Kyler Murray, try and get somebody on another shorter term deal, just to see what we can pull out next year, because there's no way in hell that you can let this team be garbage. So I think that would be the route to go if I'm Daniel and on the offensive side of the ball. As far as defense goes, I'm totally with Matt and Nathan there. On the defensive side of the ball, bro, everybody can go. If your name ain't Latu, if your name ain't Bynum, Sauce, and Ward is even a little iffy, but the fact that he just got all that money, so unless he decides to retire, that's it. I'm
100% with that.
I'm getting Rumo out of there. I think I was wrong on calling him for the defense. I think he's a great defensive coordinator. I don't have a problem with his scheme. The problem is I don't like Nathan also said, the players are the problem. You've already had 3 different DCs, and this issue keeps coming up. But I also don't like the fact that in certain situations he didn't put players to succeed in certain situations, just like the Seattle game, for instance. You played good all fucking game, and then when we finally need a stop, you give up 45 yards and a field goal to lose the game.
Yeah.
Then the next week against the 49ers, we can't force a fucking punt. We can't force a fucking punt versus a dude who's only played like 4 weeks this season. That was insane to me. So on that side of the ball, personally, in my opinion, I would get let Shane get a new DC, and then bring in a bunch of new different players. Go try and bolster that pass rush. You got to find a way to get some sacks. The only reason I'm out on Buck and Grove, you guys are getting older. I can't keep paying you. It is what it is. Try and find a different scheme that's going to be more aggressive, just to play to make turnovers, play to make people pay, reconstruct it. And then as far as Ballard and Shane go, I mean, I like, again, this is up to the front office. Me personally, if you can find a GM that's going to be a stopgap and be aggressive and find a way to build a team, then that's totally fine. If it's Ballard, then yeah, whatever. But this would be 1 year to just try and reshape that defense, go all in and what you have on offense, and hope that one of these quarterbacks can find you an answer because we know what we have there.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got to keep Alec Pierce, and you go from there. You do everything in your power to make sure that 2026 just isn't a shit year, and we don't give up another pick higher than 18, which we have to give the Jets this year.
Yeah,
there's no point not to.
Yeah, 100% with everything you said. 100%. Like, I'm at this point where Buckner is great when he's available, and we've always talked about this with other players, but we've kind of ignored it when it comes to Buck. Best ability is availability, and there's been multiple years where he's just not available. The same thing with Grover, and it's like you're aging, you have back issues, you have neck issues.
Dude,
like
at
this point, what am I paying you for? I'm paying for you to be on IR twice a year, things like that. You're missing half a season because that's 4 games minimum that you have to miss. And you're on it twice. That's 8 games you're missing. And I'm not paying you for that. I'm not on the fire everybody, right? I'm not on the whole fire Shane. I think Shane is a hell of a coach. I think he gets in his own way.
Yeah.
But he gets in his own way when he pretty much starts to panic when we start taking injuries, and he's like, oh shit, I don't know what to do now. Like when DJ was healthy, when the offense was healthy, he was on point with his play calling.
Historically efficient.
Yeah, once DJ started being a little bit gimpy, he started getting a little bit gimpy mentally, and it was like, okay, I don't know what this man's doing. Your quarterback's gimpy, and you've got the best running back in the league. Why are you not utilizing him?
35 plays a game.
Yeah, but that's just me. I don't think Shane needs to go, but Ballard needs to go, and we talked about this earlier. The general manager does not just only control the personnel, he controls the staff, right? The general manager is the second to the owner. He runs everything, right? So strength and conditioning coaches, medical staffs, things like that, all the staff work that goes on behind the scenes that we don't see, that we don't think has an impact. That's what the general manager does. And he's never been able to get it right, ever. Like I sent a picture of, what was it? 7 people I sent you guys a picture of. That's all of our doctors. Me, I'm firing every single fucking one of them.
They're the worst in the league, dude.
I'm firing every single fucking one of them, and I'm stripping them of their PhDs, because here's the thing: that the injuries that we have, they're continuous, they're repeated injuries. Players are getting the same injuries after healing. Like, you're supposedly telling me they're good to play. They play one game, play maybe 2 quarters in that game, and then they get hurt again, same injury. It's like, you're doing something wrong. Richard Howell, most people probably don't know who that is. I know you guys didn't. I started looking into it weeks ago when I've been on this rant about strength and conditioning. That man needs to fucking go. Fire that guy in a heartbeat, because whatever he's doing.
That's not even a couple of weeks ago, Matt. You've been on this shit for like 3 years now.
Yeah, fire this motherfucker, right? Strength and conditioning. It's not that hard, man. It's not that hard. I mean,
apparently it is for us.
I mean, this may be considered a little bit equivalent. A master fitness trainer in the Army, right? That's pretty much a strength and conditioning guy. I run that in my battery. I don't have as many injuries, so I'm trying to figure out what is so hard about your job, dude. You focus on building strength, endurance, and conditioning. That is your whole purpose in life, and you're failing at that. Dudes are tearing ligaments, pulling hamstrings, non-contact injuries, concussions. Like concussions you can't really avoid. It just kind of happens. But everything else, these injuries
I think that's most injuries in the NFL. But to the point that you're making, it's some of these soft tissue ones. Like, we come up with the hamstrings all the time, the calves all the time, the foots all the time. It's always something.
Oh shit. PYT is here. PYT is here, boys.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, there he goes.
Damn it. I added him already.
My bad.
Go ahead, Adam.
Quicker than me. Okay.
I want to emphasize that too, man, because first of all, we have just like the preparation issues, like seeing guys get injured in pregame and shit, which is outrageous. No other team in the league has had that type of shit happen, right? With fucking Ward going down, with AR splitting his orbital bone. That shit doesn't happen. But then beyond the preparation, beyond everything that you said, the decision to send DeForest Buckner out there this previous game and let him play was fucking medical malpractice, man. This guy was not ready. He was slow. He was out of play. Like, he did not look like himself at all. Re-aggravated his neck, and now he's out for the rest of the year. Might retire. You know, like it is that serious with neck injury. So to send him out there, I honestly think is a fireable offense. Like he should not have been on the field at all.
Bro,
and
the
he
fact
constantly sees these types of decisions from this medical staff. Like
and
they're
to
fucking
add on
outrageous.
to that, that we're about to play Sauce Gardner. Like, is he
I mean,
actually healthy?
I mean, I got different thoughts on that.
I know you do, DeMarco, and your thoughts are right, but this is the type of injury that turns to an Achilles tear.
Yeah, and it's one of
I
those.
don't know,
It's
I'm
one of those
just-
things where I look at it and I'm like, we continuously do this. We play guys too early. There's no reason to play him. We're out of the playoffs. Let that dude heal up and be ready for next season. Like, we're out of the fucking playoffs.
I hear you guys. I'm with you guys. I'm just a little salty about giving up 2 firsts for a guy that doesn't play.
I agree. But it's like, but I mean, at this point, why are we playing anybody that has any type of injury that could lead to worse? Because if we play him tomorrow, he tears his Achilles. Guess what? He's missing the
Now
first.
he's out for the year. Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's missing a big chunk of next year as well. When we're not even playing for anything right now except for spoil ball, I guess. And
then
Not
I
even
would
for a
feel
pick. Like,
I would feel much better if it was like a Max Crosby situation. Y'all seen what happened with Max Crosby, right? The Raiders basically sent him home to go have his knee surgery that he needs to have instead of playing on an injured. That's something I totally get. Like if the player's like, hey, I want to play, and he goes
should
home
wanna
because
play,
the
yeah.
team won't let him play. But like I ain't heard nothing from Sauce. He's been at basketball games. He been chilling, commenting on stuff and saying stuff like, look, man, I want players that want to play. I'm tired of this fucking Cancun team. Zaire Franklin want to keep talking every fucking week, arguing
He's
with
gotta
fans.
go. He's
Want to
gotta
sit
go.
here and keep mentioning shit, bringing stuff up when all you do is go out there and miss tackles and give up touchdowns to everybody. And I've been the biggest person trying to defend him and saying I don't care if linebackers don't cover. But at this point, shut your ass up and play, man. Go do
Talk too
something
damn much.
that helps
Linebackers-
the team.
whoever
Like-
says linebackers don't cover, you're a fucking joke. Look at Luke Kuechly.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying that I don't really care if they cover like that. I tried to defend him because he would get tackles if he's hitting hard, stopping.
If
the run.
he's doing that
That's
side, yeah.
like if
But he
he's
doesn't even
doing
do
that side of
anymore.
it. But yeah, it's like he's just out there. Like we're just putting him out there
Just
because we
doing
pay him.
cardio.
Like
That's valid.
I'm just tired of it, bro. This whole era of Colts, it's like been the same thing outside
Soft as
of
fuck,
some
dude.
of our mainstays is JTQ,
So-
Shaq when he was in there.
So we all
and
can
so-
agree that these Colts players are losers, and we should just clean house. And
They're statistically
And-
losers, bro.
Yes.
Like,
no, look.
like,
So
they're
I'm like I
losers,
said,
and we should just clean house and understand that we're going to probably give the Jets a top 10 pick next year because
no.
I
see,
want
I'm not-
I'm not
nobody-
there. I'm not
I
there.
want
I'm not
nobody
there.
on this roster, bro. There's not a
I
soul
want-
I want back.
I'm
I
not
want
down
about
with
half of
giving
them
anybody. I'm not down with handing anybody a pick. I already feel
I
like
feel
it's
you,
crazy that we done
but-
fell off so bad. I thought we were guaranteed to give them the 20th. So the fact that we even giving them the 18th, I'm not
Right.
down to just hand anybody a top 5.
Homie, our roster is so bad.
Oh, it's not though. It's not. It's not a bad
Bro,
roster. It's
bro,
it's
bro,
the
bro, bro,
fucking
bro, bro.
on-field shit.
Bro. I'm not. There's nobody. There's not a single soul on this roster I want with a horseshoe on.
That's
Like-
okay. That's crazy.
like,
That's crazy.
dude,
You don't want Tyler Warren back.
He-
You don't
like,
want. You don't want Big
okay,
Q
he's on
back.
a rookie contract. He's the only
You don't want
one.
JT back.
No, trade him.
You said nobody.
Nobody.
You don't
trade
want
him.
Alec Pierce back. You don't
Trade
want
him.
Daniel Jones.
Don't sign him.
That's crazy.
Dog.
That's
See,
a bridge too far
See,
for me.
like if we had the picks, I would totally be with you. We can jump back to this conversation. I kind of want to let
At this
Danny
point, I
jump
don't
in
care
here
about
'cause
the
I'm gonna say a
picks.
little bit of
There's
thought,
not a
but, like,
single soul that I want on this roster with how piss poor it is. Like, I don't really think it's going to matter who the head coach is and who the GM is until you clean it out, gut it entirely, burn it down, and
But-
start fresh.
But my thing is, we wouldn't be starting fresh. We'd just be trash next year,
That's
and
fine.
we'd
Wouldn't benefit.
and
We'll
we
be-
would have nothing to start fresh with.
Bro, we'll be trash for at least 5 years. I'd rather give up 1 year of first round pick and then have 4 years of picks to actually like seriously invest in than field the team we have, bro. Like I can't.
That makes
I can't,
sense 2 years from now.
I
but it
can't
doesn't make
support-
sense next year.
I can't
But-
support the team we have like going into next year. Not with
But
the
that's
same
fine.
coaching staff.
I wouldn't support it either. But what I'm
Right.
saying is we're basically 2 years out from that plan that you're talking
Yeah.
about. Like I'm
I
saying,
mean-
look, I hear you on the idea of it. But if we had picks next year, then I'd be like, yeah, trade everybody, load up on like 2, 3 second round picks, some 4th round picks, some 5th round picks, like just completely reload everything. But the problem is we don't have a first next year or the year after. So like
this year or next year. But I'm not worried about first round picks. Like 95% NFL rosters are mid round picks. Like first round picks are 50% success rate.
But I hear you. But the problem is those top 10 players of that roster, those are going to be your first through thirds.
Sure.
Like that's what those guys are going to be. Sure. So like we need those.
We just, if we're missing a first round pick, there's enough talent in this shitty roster that we have. We can get second and third and fourth round picks for the players. That's why I'm not worried. That's why I'm not worried about a first round pick, because
you might get a second round pick for JT and Q. That's
fine. To me, that's perfect. Everyone else, give me a 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get a first round pick for both of them. I think maybe if you package them together.
That's what I'm saying. Like you like as old as Q is, you might get a second, a third, a conditional second.
Bro,
and for JT, you might get 2/3.
Bro, this is not like we're talking craziness right now. This is a guy that's going to play like 8 more years.
I do not, absolutely cannot stand the current losers we have on this roster.
Okay, in this example, Quentin Nelson is not the fucking problem. Like you're going to ship a guy out who's not the problem.
Homie,
it doesn't make sense.
Homie, you cut the cancer out.
He's not the cancer.
Even if he's not a part of it.
Zaire Franklin is.
Sometimes it's all got to go to build a new foundation. And that's what this Colts team needs, bro.
I'm truly with you, but that foundation is 2 years away, is all I'm saying. Homie, I'm totally with you, but I just couldn't do it next year.
I'd do it next year.
Let's jump back to this real quick.
We're ourselves waiting a whole nother year. We're just setting ourselves up for a stupid mess. I'd much rather suck and watch it go to the Jets than sit here and, pretend that we're going to go balls out next year when we know Ballard's going to spend no money in free agency.
We're going to
be 8-9
last year.
I mean, I like I said, I said I would have got rid of him. I mean, that's up to the girls, but I mean that's another thing. Like I'm saying, like I agree with you. I just think that your thought process on it in trying to start earlier, there's just no way that in my mind I can see that possibly like you basically want us to stink, give up a top 5 pick.
Yeah, lessons learned.
First round next year and then stink again.
I think the Colts are going to stink for at least another 10 years with the damages Ballard has done.
Oh, no, man.
You're being dramatic now.
No, bro, for real. In my opinion, Ballard is
maybe 10 years.
Homie, we've wasted a whole decade with Chris Ballard. What has he done?
Yeah, but it hasn't been the same team, though.
Bro, he can't even draft a quarterback.
It's been the same core. It's been the same core, Trev, and that's why I side with Zach.
10 years ago, we did not have 10 years. We're talking 10 years, not 6 years, not 7. 10 years. We did not have 95% of this roster. Quentin Nelson wasn't even in the league.
Yeah,
all these guys. That's our core group. They were not even in the league.
2016 years.
10 years might be a stretch. 10 years might be a stretch, but 7 to 8 years is no stretch. 7 to 8 years ago is absolutely no stretch.
He should have been fired 4 years ago, in my opinion.
I don't disagree. I'm not.
The year after Luck retired and dude didn't take a quarterback then, why is he still employed? That's what I'm saying.
I'm not arguing that.
I don't want to waste another. I cannot sit here and watch us waste another year. That's why I would much rather just trade everything we got for spare parts than sit here and say, all right, Ballard, you get 1 more year. All right, Shane, you get 1 more year. All right, players, you're here 1 more year. Bro, blow it up. Go sign a JV team from Lawrence Central High School for all I care and put them in the Colts, uniforms, because like the embarrassment on the field with these players, hell no, dog. Besides Warren, I mean, hell, we've traded so much for Sauce. Sauce better never get hurt. Do better play.
He already been hurt.
I share the frustration. I genuinely share the frustration.
I cannot and will not. Absolutely. Like major changes need to be made. Like the girls need to A, sell the team, or B, fire everybody. Doctors, water girls, all of them. They all got to go.
I think you're going to see.
I'm also on board with selling the team.
I think you're going to see an option C, D, E, F, G, H, though, before either of those happen is the problem. Like, I'm with you with the frustration. I swear I am. But we got to agree to disagree on our solutions there.
Let's jump around here real quick. So Joshua came in here. Tressa also says she agrees with you, Trev, but no franchise tag. Joshua Merchant is saying, so what kind of contract do you give him, especially coming off an Achilles injury? If I'm not mistaken, that's his second one, especially with us needing some key pieces. So me personally, I basically would give him, was it like 2 years, 36 million, basically all on incentives. Basically, it'll almost be like his same 1 year, 14 million, but everything would be based on games played, accolades accumulated, and then playoff appearance.
That's fair.
That's what I would do personally. And like I said, I know some of these guys don't really care to see AR anymore, but I just think that the fact that he should be going into the offseason healthy, and you give him one last ride to, try and win the job. Obviously, if he can't win it, then you could trade him on the 5th-year option for somebody else to try and work it out with. But I just don't think you just go into the next season with one injured quarterback and then no other quarterback besides Riley Leonard, who the Colts clearly didn't even want to give a chance to. I just feel like that's another thing that Zach's probably right about with this franchise and with this regime for a while is that we literally will draft people and then we don't go to them at all. We go try and find some other crazy ass loophole to get around the whole situation and do weird shit. Like, we're the only team that does it. Look at the Vikings. They played Brosmer, whatever the hell his name was or whatever. He was trash, but at least they played him. They drafted him, whatever.
And still won.
Yeah, and still won. And then I would probably bring in like a Jameis Winston or a Kyler Murray. Like I said, try and get the cheapest contract you can for a guy that can be competitive. That's what I would do, Josh. And then, like I said, like none of the money matters over the next 2 years. None of the picks matters over the next 2 years. So that's why I say you just go all in and try and add what you can. You have to fix this pass rush. Also, like I said, Lou Anarumo can get out of town. Just get you an aggressive defensive coordinator. I don't care if they run engage 8, like Damon always says, every single play. Like, find a way to pressure a quarterback and create turnovers to at least be competitive. That's all I'm saying, just because I just don't see how you're turning this around without a franchise quarterback. So that's where I was at with that one. I know we got to a little bit late, but David, did you have any thoughts on that since you came in late and we kind of been already into a little bit of the discussion there?
On the DJ, on the DJ contract?
The DJ contract or any of it, adding players, any
the state of our lives, dude.
Yeah, the state of the team, any changes the way you would want to see things moving forward, anything.
Yeah. Air raid offense for one. And then, but DJ's contract, in my opinion, which I think Shane will be back on, unfortunately. If Shane's back, DJ will be back. I do think so. But the contract makes total sense. But I would side with Zach a lot more, I think, than y'all would probably imagine in the situation, because he absolutely is right. Our core is our identity, and our identity is the issue, in my opinion. We're a soft football team, Charmin soft. No one fears the Colts when that bus pulls into town, but they fear the Houston Texans. And that starts with the identity. That starts with the coaching staff. That starts with the organization that we don't have the backbone. I don't think of. We need someone like a Rex Ryan. We need someone like Wink Martindale calling the defense. Someone that has some sort of energy, prowess, power. But with Lou, you know what I mean? I do feel for him, because I do think it's been partially a personnel issue with that front four. He runs a lot of sim pressures, a lot of exotic blitzes, a lot of stunts. If you don't have pass rush, you don't have speed at the pass rush position, you can't successfully do those, which is why we've got bent on the back end when it comes to those. Anytime we blitz, we usually give up a 30-yard pass on the back end, right over the middle, right? So
Zaire.
Zaire or Pratt, goodness gracious, in coverage. So that's I guess my mix on the defense, but it's an identity issue. It's totally an identity issue. Our core is the issue. We have got to get your Zaire. We've got to get your Braden Smith. We got to get your Michael Pittman Jr. They got to get out of town. They have got to get out of town, because that core, that identity is nothing but mediocre, lackluster, wannabe Bulldogs. That's a lot, but that's where I'm at with it. It's an identity issue. And that's why we need someone like a Marcus Freeman or a Brian Flores, because we need someone that has a backbone, because Shane does not. I just don't believe anybody that's a wannabe tough guy. Frank, same exact way. Wannabe tough guys. That reflects directly to your roster. You know what I mean?
I don't even think like Frank was a fucking wannabe tough guy. That dude was squeezing juice.
Nah, he was definitely the pastor.
Yeah, he was
very nice guy.
He was the fucking preacher, bro. Like
He was James Franklin.
And
which
I mean,
is
do you
great, but
do you guys remember early on in the season when Shane would do that whole thing, you know, every winning fucking game in the locker room, he would do that who thing, and the team just did not buy into it until like
they did when we were winning.
Until like week 7. It was like week 7, then you started to see them get into it. It's like, yeah, I agree. It's definitely an identity thing.
But I agree with you. I agree with y'all on the identity stuff, the core stuff. But I just think there's a more efficient way to handle it than just ship everyone out. I think you can approach it situationally, right? Like Zaire, fucking culture problem. Get him the fuck out of there. Cut him. Trade him. Whatever you can get.
Braden's got to get cut.
Cut him. Braden Smith, I'm on board.
I think Braden was on the 1-year deal.
Yeah, Braden's done at the end of this year.
You look at other guys, though, that we would consider these core guys. I don't think they're part of the problem. I think they're part of the solution. I don't think you need to ship
Travis has looked good, by the way.
He has. I don't think you need to ship the entire core, fire everyone. Like, I think there's a less extreme way to approach it than just ship everyone out of town. I think you can approach the situation, find each guy that's been a problem, like Zaire, like Braden Smith, the names we're dropping, get them the fuck out of town, and keep the guys that actually help your team.
Zach, before you go real quick, because I know you wanted to comment on that. I'm just going to say this because I do agree with you here. When you just said that, Trev, when you just said there's a less extreme way to go about it. And when you said that word, I don't know what it just did, but it triggered in my head. And I think that's where I do agree with Zach and Damon. I think this team might need extreme, bro.
They do.
Yeah.
Even the way
there's
like
extreme and they're stupid, bro. Like
No, I totally hear you, and I'm with you. Like I'm so stuck in the middle, bro. It's crazy. Like this is why I do not envy a Colts owner in this situation. I don't envy a coach GM in this situation. I don't envy a player in this situation. Actually, I don't care. I don't care about the players. They're the ones that are on the field, and this keeps happening every year with them. But just like at the end of the day, it's like there's no positive situation that comes out of this, no matter which way you go about it. Whether you go Zach and Damon's route of just getting everybody out and just stinking for the next 2 years because it ain't gonna matter. Even if you try and go all in, then it's like, oh, what? Look, we might start 9-0 next year, and then end up 9-8. Like it can even get even worse.
Either way, we don't have a first round pick. So
I just think that like when you said the word extreme, I just think about what's the best way in your life that change has ever happened for you. And I almost guarantee it's probably been in an extreme situation.
I mean, look at my life right now.
I don't know. Just I don't know, Trev. I don't know, Trev. For me, it's been extreme. I don't know. When you said that word, it just kind of clicked in my head. But like
this is
again, like I'm a little iffy on it.
The problem with the Colts starts with Ballard.
They're soft.
It starts with Ballard, man.
It's Ballard. Yes,
Ballard. We keep wanting to point our fingers at players. We want to keep pointing our fingers at coaches. But if you look at the we've had these issues since we fired Grigson, right? That's when we started to have these issues.
At least he won.
I'm not saying anything about that. What I'm saying is the issue started once that man was fired and we hired Ballard. Ballard had Chuck Pagano. We were trash. Frank Reich, trash. Jeff Saturday, trash. Shane Steichen, trash. And the issue is Ballard. Ballard has been here for 4 different coaches. He has tried to flip this roster. I don't know how long has this man been our GM? 10 years.
He flipped it?
9 years, 10 years. He's tried to flip it multiple times. He's tried to fill a quarterback role 15, 16 times. It's Ballard, man. And it's like, I don't want to trade everybody. I want to keep the offense intact. I do. I think the offense is fine if they're healthy.
They're fine with Phillip Rivers throwing it, dude.
Yeah, defensively, I'm on board with getting rid of everyone but the secondary. Bynum.
I'm fine with that. I'm with
Ward.
That's an extreme solution that could work.
I even want to keep Kenny Moore. So Bynum, Ward, Kenny Moore. Sauce Gardner.
No, bro.
No,
they all can go besides Sauce.
No. No, because Bynum definitely can't go. Bynum and Sauce can't go. Sauce was worth 2 first-round picks. He's not going anywhere.
Bynum and Sauce
Bynum is a game changer.
He's been the best player on our defense this year.
I guess you could say Ward is iffy on that part, but then it's like Kenny Moore. How do you replace a guy like that? Maybe Mike Hilton. Keep Mike Hilton. I don't know, but he's aging.
He's old.
So it's hard to it's hard to replace a slot corner like that. But the thing is, like anyone from the front 7, gone in my opinion.
And mind you, we let AQM walk. We let Danico Autry walk. Could you imagine we would have had those 2 guys this year?
It's not like
AQM was trash with us. That's the problem. That's the problem.
That's a coaching issue.
We're like the opposite of those franchises that move on at the right time. We always take too long to move on.
Jerry Hughes.
AQM, he was our starting defensive end. It was trash. I got to say I disagree, Matt. I think Kenny Moore's time has been had. I think it's.
that's fine. On. It's just replacing that guy for is difficult.
Hey, that's totally fine. I'm fine. Like I said, I'm fine with replacing every single player on that defense. If your name ain't Latu, Bynum, Sauce, and then like I said, I'm iffy on Ward.
The only thing I really disagree with is I think Tyquan Lewis needs to stay, and that man needs to be a starting fucking player.
So I'm gonna go in on a tangent here, and the reason why I say this, Trev, I love you, dog. I'm not coming at you that way. But like, bro, you have to do the extreme. The Colts are too nice right now. Like, they are too nice, and it's not like, bro, there's a bunch of bad SOBs out there. Like, them are nice. They're like, no offense, Caleb Williams, but they're out there painting their fingernails. Like, the Colts are out there painting their fingernails, acting pretty, instead of busting knuckles out on the football field, doing what matters. They're not aggressive. We have an offensive line that is built to run the ball, and we have a head coach who wants to be pretty and throw it 65 times a game. We have a defense. We have a defense that doesn't have an identity, and a defensive coordinator that wants to blitz, and we have no speed. You trade any and everybody to send a message. You fire the head coach, and you hire the next head coach. You say, if you're a play caller, get the fuck out.
Hey, to answer this,
Zach,
I love that, Zach.
Offensive coordinator.
I love that, Zach.
You hire a defensive coordinator. You allow them to do their jobs. You hire a GM who is actually a GM who says, "Oh, my secondary sucks. Let me go out here and spend money, pay guys early. Hold on. Go out here and spend money, pay guys early." Uses every cent of the salary cap and understands that both drafting and free agency are to create a competitive roster instead of, I'm just a draft guy. On offense, you have a quarterback. We've had a quarterback issue for 8 years, bro, since before my daughter was born. Bro, since before my daughter was born, we've had a quarterback.
I've had 3 kids.
Facts. We have a GM who either A, won't piss in the lake, or B, is scared to death. He clearly
but see, Zach.
Simply on that alone.
Zach. What? But my thing is, with just like you just said, we have no quarterback, and you think the roster is shit. So when you go to hire you a new coach and a new GM, what do you tell them when they know their team is about to be ass for the next 2 years? Because unless you're saying we're about to do this all over again in 3 years, when you finally get a first round pick,
you get a bridge.
To be fair, hold on. Let me answer that, because if you look in history, there have been a lot of teams that have been able to hire head coaches knowing that team was going to be trash for at least 1 to 2 years. But you just got to. But you can't be like us Colts fucking fans who think, oh, we hired a new head coach, we're going to go to the fucking Super Bowl.
No.
We have to sit back and be like, okay, we have to understand that that's a process. If we fire the GM, we fire the head coach, we hire 2 people in those positions knowing that we're going to be trash, we have to understand that we're going to be trash and not try to boo these people out of their positions. The head coaches understand. Head coaches understand that when they're about to be hired, that head coach was fired for a reason. If they're also hired with a new GM, they know that the team's going to be trash. Frank Reich knew it when Ballard got hired the year before him. They fired Chuck Pagano. Reich knew. Well, Reich probably didn't know because that was the year that Andrew Luck retired. But still, at the same point, it's like How many teams have done it in the past? The Jets, and probably all 32 fucking teams have done it.
But
We've done it.
The Jets have continuously did it. New England, they hired Gerard Mayo, fired him the following year.
Right.
Houston, but Houston had the situation. But that's the thing. Houston had the situation with David Culley, but they got first round picks trading Watson.
Sure.
Like there is no situation that is like this. You're not going to sit here and tell a coach like, hey, you get paid to win games to coach. So at the end of the day, regardless of whatever we can sit here and say, nobody's going to sit.
Right.
So now you want to. So now you're going to give a guy 2 years. 2 years,
bro.
You're going to give a guy 2 years with a terrible roster and say, look, we know you're going to be trash, but now when you go draft a quarterback, we need you to turn it up. That's what you're going to say.
In those 2 years, without a first round pick, you explained to the GM. You as you said, DeMarco, you want him to build the roster, right? Don't worry about drafting the quarterback immediately. Build the roster. You explain that to the head coach. Hey, we're going to give you a lot of young pieces, but you're not going to have a first round pick. So yes, in a way, I'm handicapping you. But guess what? I'm going to give you 2 years. You're getting this year's and next year's. But it's your job to develop and build and find the young guys. And then when we finally get the top tier talent, you finally get that first round pick. That's when you look at your GM. That's when you look at your head coach. That's when you say, hey, go find me a cornerstone piece. Go find me a guy. And then that's when the audition starts. We just wasted 9 years and gave some fuckstick, Chris Ballard, 9 years.
Yeah,
he's proven time and time again. He can't do it.
I'm
still employed.
I'm 100% on board that Ballard needs to go. I'm not on board with trading every fucking player on this roster.
Bro, I want
hold on. I'm okay with, I've already said I'm okay with the front seven on the defense. Y'all are gone except for Latu. And to me, Tyquan Lewis, but I've got a soft heart for Tyquan Lewis. I think the guy is stellar.
He doesn't produce. I want numbers,
he produces when he's on the. No, hold up, chill out. Because this dude literally produces every time he's on the field, but he's on the field 30% of the fucking time. So let's be real about Tyquan Lewis. The dude produces, and he needs to be on the field more. Now,
hold on. So I want to ask you a question real quick. Damon, do you really have serious aspirations of being a GM, or do you think you could be like for real?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so let me ask you guys this question because of what Zach just said. Because me personally, I think it's bullshit. Like no offense, Zach, but there's just no way in hell that like if I'm a GM, right, or a head coach, and I'm about to get hired for this job, and the owner just sat me down and said what Zach just said. Look, hey, we are about to be dog shit for the next 2 years. But for you, this is your audition. You go coach this team. You go run this team. You go pull talent or whatever. You ain't going to have a first-round pick. We know it's going to be rough. But you got 2 years to prove to me that in 3 years when we get a first-round pick back, you're going to finally have your chance to get you a quarterback, go add some talent, and we're going to be a good team. You got 2-year window. This is just a stopgap for you. If you suck, will you take this job? Matt, you want to be a GM? You actually been looking at this. Damon, you think you can really do it? Would you guys seriously
as a GM? As a GM, yes. Even if you don't have the first 2 picks, right? Because like I said, it's not just about the draft. Like you're focusing heavily on if we have 2 first-round picks. Again, if I'm a GM coming into this team, I'm not trading away everyone. I'm looking at what the issues are. Zaire Franklin's gone. Buckner injured, old. You either retire or you're gone. Grover Stewart, gone. Sure, Kenny Moore, gone. Right? I'm probably going to keep Pratt just because
he's been solid.
He's been solid, right?
Yeah.
But everyone else, fine, you're gone. Offense, you're staying intact. I'm re-signing Alec Pierce. I'm re-signing Daniel Jones, right? But it's not all about the draft, right? I'm firing this fucking Richard Howell guy. Like I've said 100 times probably today.
The biggest problem, by
the
way.
bigg's fucking problem. That man is gone. Shane Steichen is
Chris Ballard is the biggest problem, but yeah.
I agree.
Ballard's okay, problem. Ballard's the biggest problem because
he would be gone in this scenario.
Yeah. So Ballard would be gone, but Richard Howell is gone, right? And then I'm also going to sit down with Carly, which I'm going to say to Nathan, no. I don't believe an owner should be the owner and the GM at the same time.
No,
we
absolutely
see how
not.
Jerry
we
Jones.
see how that's working in Dallas.
You
and
got to
it's
be
not-
able to fire somebody.
No, I am okay with a head coach being a GM if he knows what the fuck he's doing, right? Not just like a Chip Kelly situation where the guy pretty much fucked the Eagles, and then they had to rehire a guy they fired, right? I'm not doing that, but I'm looking at the injuries because when we're healthy, we're fine, we're solid, we're a good damn team. But once the injuries come, we're not. We become this fucking mess. The defense has been a mess all year, and we've ignored it because we're a bend don't break defense.
And that's why I brought up depth earlier.
Yeah, we're a bend don't break defense. I fucking hate bend don't break, but I don't mind it. I ignore it if we're winning. But once we're losing, the bend don't break doesn't work anymore. Yeah,
So
If your bend don't break, you got to get stops.
I am a defensive minded guy. We've all talked about this before. So defense, I'm with Damon. I want aggression. I want an identity defensively. Offensively, we have that identity. We're a run heavy team with JT, and we open it up with RPOs. And we have a solid wide receiver core that all complements each other, right? Defensively, I want to be aggressive. I want to get out of this 3-4, 4-3 bullshit that we run. That shit don't work in the NFL anymore. It's a 4-2-5. It's a 5-3-3 style
100%.
defense because it's too much RPO. It's too much speed. You need to be able to adjust on the fly and not put yourself in a position to fail, right? And the 4-2-5 puts you in that position that you can succeed if you have to get out of position.
But guess what? You got to have athleticism in a 4-2-5. You got to have speed.
Right. But
We
as
don't
a
have
GM,
it.
That's what I'm saying. As a GM, I'm looking at the defense. I'm getting rid of everyone, and I'm building a 4-2-5 defense.
So, Damon,
I'm
would you
building.
take same question to you? Would you take that job?
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Just with our cap situation and our draft situation, you got to go all in this year, and you got to go all in next year. And then when those contracts fall in that year 3, that's whenever it may make more sense. Because the problem is, I could see this scenario. We go into this year's draft with a second-round pick. There's going to be day one guys that are going to fall into the second round. That is when you got to go send someone like a Michael Pittman Jr. and pick up another second-round pick. Clean off $20 million a year cap. Go get you a guy like Zach Rodriguez, a quarterback of our defense, who I think is going to be a legitimate linebacker and is going to fall to day 2. You fixed your linebacker problem. You fixed your quarterback problem on the defense. You got another second-round pick to play with. Depending on where it's at, you can go get another guy, maybe a good day 1 guy that slipped to day 2. You can fix another problem, maybe an edge rusher, someone that's fell a little bit. And I'm not talking about a Deo Adangbo, Ballard's project shit he does where he goes and gets someone
athlete that never produces.
A junior, a solid
Give me
junior.
Give me the dude that's gotten arrested 3 times that should have been a first-round pick.
Jalen Carter. Yeah, thank you.
Give me a guy who's actually sacked the quarterback before.
Nakobe
has
Dean.
numbers next to his name.
Someone like that, right? Someone that Nakobe Dean. Who was the other Georgia era? The one with the goggles that ended up going to the Eagles too.
Taquan Walker.
No, it wasn't Jalen
Oh my
Walker.
God.
Oh my gosh, why are we losing them? Nolan Smith,
Nolan
right?
Smith.
Nolan Smith. Though we got to get those kind of guys in the building. But the unfortunate reality of the situation is right. In our situation, while I agree with Zach and I think that is the right move, with the offense that we have, we kind of have to go all in at least this year. So that means DJ gets a 1-year deal. Then you give him a 1-year contract incentive loaded deal, right? But the problem is, and my worry is with this offense, what does this offense look like without Shane? If it is RPO heavy, if it is dependent on speed, can we just get everything out of shotgun? Because everything stopped being out of shotgun. It's the
That's the thing. I think we can though, because we've already done it with Frank. Remember, it's just like the thing is that our offensive minded guys that we keep hiring, for some reason they go, oh, JT isn't the offense anymore. Let me throw the shit out of the ball.
That's when, as a GM, you literally have to say, bro, we run the ball here.
But let me say this too.
I'm not doing the whole passing game thing 40 times a game. We have arguably a top 5 running back in the league, especially if you're going to keep JT.
Top 3.
The way I see it is new GM. That's why I say any and all these players should be able to go because new GM's going to want his guys.
What I want, if I was a GM, I'm looking at how all these other teams find this missing fucking money, right? All this, we look at salary caps, and we're like, this team doesn't have salary cap, but somehow they're spending $80 million when it's showing that they have $2 million in salary cap. if I'm a GM, and I take over a team like the Colts, I'm looking, where the fuck are we getting this salary cap from?
Bro,
And I'm going to find it. I'm going to fucking find it. And I'm going to start spending 80 mil over the salary cap.
That's exactly what needs to be done.
That's how you win.
That's
how you win
games.
championships.
Yes.
But here's another thing. Go ahead, D. I'll go in after that. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna kind of change the.
Okay, but here's my thing with the cap, right? We have to and me and D have talked about this. You got to overpay guys to come to Indy.
No, you just have to be competitive. You just have to be competitive and pay guys early, in my opinion.
In our current situation, we've collapsed how many times? What did Puka say in that interview, making fun of Sauce? Who wants to go play in Indy? No one wants to be there. You couldn't pay me $100 million to pay in Indy. That is the truth. But that's a product that's the environment that we have created as well, right?
That's partially to blame because Ballard is different when you're winning.
It is 100% different when you're winning. But here's my thing, right? If you can move one guy and Defoe walks out, that is $40 million of cap that you can work with next year. Go get you a Max Crosby, please. Thank you,
bro. You could probably move on from Grover too.
That's 15 mil, 13 mil. Excuse me.
Hey Zach, real quick side note. Ovechkin just tied it. It's 3-3.
Of course he did.
But see, that goes back to my original thing that me and Trev were telling you, Zach, is just like we can sit here and want to blow it up so bad, but you just heard Matt and Damon both their thoughts on it. There's just realistically no way that you can say blow it up right now, especially as a GM coming in to be a stopgap.
No,
and you have to prove yourself to be this type of guy. That's why I say, like, if me personally, I know these guys said yes, but me personally, I'm thinking fuck no. Unless I got a 4 to 5 year secure window, as long as we aren't completely ass, I wouldn't sit there and want to take that job. So
here's my thing. The next GM, you guaranteed a mediocre GM 9 years. I don't see why in the world you'd run out a GM. We just gave Ballard 9 years and wasted 9 years.
No, you just
gave Ballard 9 years. The next guy's getting at least 5.
But Zach, I just want to say that you got to let that go, because all of us sitting right here and every Colts fan in this fan base knows that Ballard shouldn't have got 9 years.
Right. So the next guy's getting at least 5, in my opinion. I'm not going to run him out with no 2 first-round picks.
No,
I'm not running him out because, again, that's Ballard doing Ballard dumb stuff. So the next guy,
it's all situational though. Like if this hypothetical guy comes in and goes 0-17 for 2 years, we run his ass out of town. Like it's just more complicated than that. It's not that simple, man.
He start 0-9, he getting ran out of town.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I just look at it like if you're acceptable with Ballard, like everyone seems to be and wants to run it back because we have to.
What's going on, Tressa?
I just see it like, why don't we just blow it up now and then just be done with it? Because it's the same, in my opinion, it's the same thought process. Like, why are we going all in when our quarterback is hurt? We don't have a legitimate answer.
Well, because you don't want to just don't want to toss the whole year away when you've already
I would much rather do what the Indiana Pacers did than sit here and turn around
look. There's
the Indiana Pacers just did all of that, and they still got to go through a draft lottery and possibly.
Can I say my thought on that, Zach? Because you're talking. Hold on, Zach.
If you're not rebuilding, then what are we doing? Because we're not competing.
You're talking. Hold on. You're talking about running it back like it's a bad thing, and I'm not. I'm talking about running it back. I'm talking about running it back player wise, and I'm talking about running it back coaching wise, except for Richard Howell. I'm not talking about running it back with Chris Ballard. I don't think any of us are on board of running it back with Chris Ballard.
I don't want to run it back with anybody on the staff, dog. I want the whole thing gone.
But you want them to burn down the stadium and rebuild it. We know.
Hold on, listen. You're talking about the staff like the entire staff is the issue. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Shane's not the issue. Lou's not the issue. Jim Bob Cooter's not the issue. It's bro, when we're healthy, we're fucking cooking. We're cooking. Everybody in here can't deny that. There's literally an 8-2 record that shows that. Actually, you know what? I'll go back and just say 7-1 record that shows when we are healthy, we're cooking. And not even fully healthy, because we weren't fully healthy defensively. We were still cooking. So the issue is Ballard bringing in elite talent in position of need, right? I thought that we didn't need a corner. I said that multiple times. I was excited that Ballard made a move. I wasn't excited about the move he made. Sure, Sauce Gardner, whatever. He hasn't played enough for us for me to be all hype about it. I thought that move was dumb. I thought we should have went edge. I think we all thought we should have went edge. I was just excited that Ballard was like, all right, I'm gonna stop holding on to myself and I'm gonna fucking make a move. But the issue is Ballard. I want to run it back with the entire offense. I want to run it back with the coaching staff minus the strength and conditioning coach. I'm on board with firing the entire medical staff and firing Ballard. That's it.
No.
That's what I want to run it back with.
Because
and
that
if we
doesn't
bring
fix the problem.
Yes, it fucking does. Yes, it does. I don't understand how it doesn't.
That fixes half the problem.
No, the problems we have are the injuries. The injuries that we have are the reasons we went
the biggest problem right
7-1, and now we are sitting at 8-6.
Yeah.
That's
we immediately went from thinking down the stretch we could probably go 2-2 or 2-3 or 3-2 with the healthy team, or Daniel Jones kind of trying to get healthy. As soon as he went down, we all went, yeah, we're not going to win another game.
Look, or we're going to lose Lou either way. Lou's going to become a head coach in the NFL. We're losing him.
Go for all I care.
We're about to get another DC again, and that's fine with me. I personally think Shane needs to give up calling the offense. Give that shit to an offensive coordinator. I totally agree with that aspect, because I don't think a head coach needs to double up his workload. Give himself the ability to make head coach decisions in the game and not have to worry about play calling. Give that shit to your offensive coordinator. Jim Bob Cooter needs to go. I don't like Jim Bob Cooter.
Furring in the first half of the fucking game.
Yeah, I just feel like that's a half-ass solution. That doesn't fix the problem.
It's a solution.
The problem is
the help.
The players.
It's a no first round pick solution.
The problem is the fact that we have no depth behind these injuries that we're having.
So
the problem is that our GM doesn't want to sign positions that we need, right? He went out during the offseason. He signed Bynum and he signed Ward.
Yep.
Right? Bynum's been healthy, Ward is not. But then he goes out and he trades for a corner. Bitch, you just signed 2 DBs in the offseason. We're clearly not getting any pressure up front. That's where the issue is. The issue is our GM is a fucking idiot. That's where my issue is. Not the players. It's the help.
I think it's a player issue.
Last year, we were saying the same shit about the secondary, though. Like, I'm not a Ballard defender, but we have to look at this with some context. We talk about he doesn't make these moves. Last year, we were saying, well, we get fucking thrown on. Average quarterback comes in. Trevor Lawrence comes in, dots us up, throws 350 yards, because that's what was happening. So what did we say last year? We said, go fix the secondary. What did he do? He went and got Cam Bynum. He goes gets fucking Sauce Gardner, goes gets fucking Ward. Like, that was cool. We got the secondary. Now it's a new issue. Like, and he went and drafted fucking lots. Like, I just feel like we're forgetting that these moves happened at the time that they happened for a reason. And now we're looking back at it and saying, well, we should have done this instead of that. But it fixed the issue at that time, and now we have different issues. Like, it's.
I just want to say
a little bit of context there.
I just want to say I never thought secondary was the issue.
Never thought secondary was an issue.
Because I'm telling you, when we walked into the season, I said the biggest issue was just like when all the people went crazy and were getting mad at Chris Ballard because they said they thought we should have drafted a cornerback with our first round pick. And I said the biggest issues walking into this season was edge rusher and quarterback. And that has never changed for me. And look what happened this season. Our biggest issue is still edge rusher and quarterback all over again. Even with, like, we started the season, I had questions about Daniel. Yeah, he changed those, and then he got hurt, but he's only on a 1-year deal. We got no longevity with it. So I just think that a lot of it is just like a situation where it's like, well, what the hell do you do? And you guys have all brought up really good scenarios, but again, you're still stuck on two sides of the coin. Where you got people who saying blow it up, you got people who saying keep it. You got both of these guys. Damon just literally sat here and said he agrees with Zach, blow the whole fucking thing up, start over. And then when he gave off his theory of what he would do at GM, it's still a 2-year plan.
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
like
I'm
it's
with
like
that.
it's a no-win situation for whoever comes in. That's why I said if I'm a guy, I wouldn't take that fucking job because you're likely going to suck. Like there's no scenario where you don't suck unless one of those quarterbacks just happen to be fucking really good. And so that's why I said, or what I was thinking is that like I understand people want Ballard gone. I want fucking Ballard gone. Thought he should have been gone last year. Then we could have got a head start. We could have got a head start on this whole situation that we're in now. But I think that you basically got to treat Ballard this year just like you would with a bridge QB. Like, hey, go out here, do your thing, try and win us some games. But brother, you are done when we got resources. When we get your replacement, you were done. Like I just.
It's really that simple to me, and I know this is not the popular opinion whatsoever. I get it. I might be the only person wearing the fucking horseshoe logo saying it, but Ballard, in making this sauce move and in giving up those 2 first-round picks, guaranteed himself 2 years of job security because it now we have no choice except to buy in, except to fucking try to compete for the next 2 years. There's nothing else that makes sense. Okay, we can be frustrated, we can be pissed. We can say fire everyone. We can say burn it all down. I understand all of that. I feel the same type of way as a fan, but it doesn't make sense to do that if you're trying to be a competitive organization. So for the next 2 years, we are fucking bought in on this fucking Ballard plan, like it or hate it, and we're going with it. Now, if we're not competitive at the same point 2 years from now, I'm with you. Fucking fire everyone. Fucking burn it all down. Whatever. But it doesn't make sense to do that right now when we've already given up everything. We've already fucking surrounded this. And by the way, we talked about this in a previous episode. All the contracts, all the fucking financial shit you would have to move around to make that plan work, most of those expire in the next 2 years anyway. So it makes all the sense in the world to just say, fuck it. We got fucked this year. Blame whoever you want, especially the medical guy, because I stand by. I still believe that is the biggest issue haunting this team is the fucking medical staff, but whatever. But you just fucking run it back. Like, I know Colts fans are sick of hearing that. I'm sick of saying it and sick of hearing it. But there's nothing else to me that makes sense at this point in time, unless, I don't know, we magically just reverse the Sauce Gardner trade. Then I'm open to theories. But where we're at right now, it doesn't make sense to do anything else. So just fucking run it back.
Hell no.
I know. Like, it's all right. I know.
Like,
you don't want to hear that.
This is part of me as a fan that I struggle with. Like, I don't know how y'all can sit here and look at yourselves in the mirror and say run it back. And think that we're going to be competitive. Like, that's what bothers me.
Hold on. Let me real quick.
Because the only thing this roster has proven is that they're 99.9% bums. Besides
Zach, hold on.
And JT.
Let me show you how I look in the mirror and say run it back. Let's run it back. That's how I look in the mirror and do it. This is how. There's no other way.
Outside of like Q and JT, this roster bums.
That's not true. This roster's fucking injured.
Dude, I'm sorry, but like
every year. What were we doing before everybody went down? What were we doing?
That's why I just said fire Richard Howell, because every year the roster's
we played the easiest schedule in the league the first half of the year.
There's no such thing, bro. We had the schedule conversation, bro. Every single team plays essentially the same fucking schedule. It doesn't matter.
For me, I'm out until changes are made. Like
I know, and I respect that,
and cannot support this team. It's buffoonery. Like idiocracy is waking up every day and doing the same thing and expecting different results.
Insanity.
And that is the freaking Colts right now. So like to me, major changes. If you're serious about winning, you fix it immediately. And the Colts right now, with who they have in charge, aren't serious about winning. They're not. So why should I take them serious? Why should I sit here and support the product on the field when the product on the field has shown us that, we get hot, we'll be consistent, and then we piss the bed? That's what they do. Like, that's it.
It's just more complicated than that, man. It's not the same fucking team.
While I look at it, and you guys make great points about not having first round picks. Like, I don't disagree. Something's got to be done because not having first round picks is a huge risk, and you're just going to hand the Jets potentially the 18th pick and then a top 5 pick the year after. Potentially, those are all valid arguments. You're not going to hear me sit here and disagree with you. But I'm putting a spin on this is how can we sit here and say, hey, this has got to get fixed, but it's got to get fixed in 2 years? It's got to get fixed when we have picks. Man, how? It needs to get fixed.
Because we'll have the picks, because the contracts will line up like I was talking about, and because you can fire everyone at that point.
Next year, there's no sense in the running it back because next year, half these dudes are free agent. JT's a free agent.
Okay, so then do it then. That's fine. But I'm saying it doesn't make sense to do it now.
We don't have a first-round pick. I would say do it this year, and then we turn around and don't have one next year, but we'll have a shit ton of cap space. It'll be more easier to maneuver and do things in free agency.
Well, I mean, neither
it's tough, man. I'm stuck in between a rock and a hard place.
I just say screw it, bro. Just be done with it.
Right here, Trev. I hope not. Ballard needs to go 9 years, and now
he should have been gone last year.
Gonna keep getting.
Ballard should have been gone 4 years.
A few more years. And like I sat here and I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm listening to you guys discussing what Zach's saying and what Trev's saying. It's like when I sit here and think about it, yeah, I also think that like I said last year, that should have been Ballard's last year. It's like, do I really want to even sit with him in that office for 2 more years? I'm kind of with Zach there. Like, I just think that like I'm with Matt and Damon and Trev on the aspect of we need to try and win next year because you don't want to just hand anybody a pick. But I also think I think we need to do it without Ballard. I think like you have to find that stopgap GM, whatever, dude. Tell him, hey, he can prove himself in 2 years. Whoever can try and put it together the best they can. Now, obviously, you're not going to get the greatest candidate pool from that. But I just think that like I'm watching the Baltimore Ravens right now. Their season is on the line right now. They're playing. Obviously, we didn't get our chance before Houston played the Chargers, but they're up 27 to like 14 right now. And they don't even have Lamar Jackson. They're playing against the Packers. Like their playoff season is on the line. And they actually came in with a great game plan. Derrick Henry already has like, I think it's like 19 carries or something like that. Like this would not be us. This would not be the Colts. The Colts would not look like a team that's coming ready to play. Obviously, they're kind of in the same situation where they're talking about fire Harbaugh with some of their fans and whatnot. So I just think like I just don't think I want to sit here and keep doing it with Ballard anymore. I think that's kind of where I'm at. Like I don't think there's any more reason to waste any more time on it. It's kind of like Zach said. We've been patching it up for 9 years. If we're gonna do it, we can patch it up with somebody else. Let them figure it out. What's the difference really gonna be? I think that, like you got to get rid of the problem, and I think we all know what the biggest problem is. I know you and Matt said medical, which that needs to be addressed too, but I think you just got to get rid of the biggest voice in the Colts office for the last 9 years.
Because Trev, let me say this: you move a new GM in, he's going to want to make moves and move some personnel regardless. So we're going to lose some guys we didn't think we were losing anyway. Yeah, simply based on a new GM. So the way I see it, if he comes in and makes those moves, then there's no sense in preventing him from doing so. So that's why I think it would be dumb to turn around and say, "Hey, you got to come in and we got to spend $60 million to try to compete." Ain't no way.
So that's exactly where I'm at, right? And I want to be clear too. If tomorrow,
oh my God, Tressa,
a little morbid. If tomorrow a fucking Ian Rappaport notification comes through saying Chris Ballard is fired, I'll be right there with you guys.
Hey, I literally been checking my phone this whole show waiting to see that notification.
I'm on board with Ballard being fired.
I'm fine with that. I'm not sitting here saying, oh, we need to keep Ballard. He's done such a great job. I'm not saying that. Right. What I'm saying is it to me, it makes more sense at this point to say, well, we have a chance to still be competitive next year. I know you disagree. I understand. But we have a chance to be competitive with the guys we have if everyone's healthy. Blah, 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 blah. A better chance than just saying, hey, fucking fire everyone. We're just going to suck for the next couple of years, and it is what it is. Like, we still have a chance. Is it a great chance? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see the moves that we make. We'll see the guys we bring back, whatever. But it's a chance. That's what I'm saying, is there is still a chance that we come out and be competitive again if everyone's healthy. So to me, it doesn't make sense to just say, fuck it, burn it all down while there's still a chance. On the flip side, right?
Off that fireball again.
Oh, shit.
Doing this,
man. Hey, we got to cut the show off.
About to cut this off,
you need some of this right here. You just need water.
I did want to say
that's why I wanted to say about
Derrick Henry has 21 carries, 106 yards, and 3 touchdowns in the first half.
But see,
All right.
but what Trev's saying is like we could be competitive next year without Ballard. That's why
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
I don't want to blow it all up, but I want Ballard gone.
Yeah.
Like this year, the moves he made to me was like a desperation to save his job, and it didn't work. We missed the playoffs. So to me, at this point, Ballard needs to go. Whatever GM we bring in, he's going to have to do what he has to do to make us competitive next year, at least next year. The year after that is when we blow it up. We need to make sure that next year we need to be competitive. The year after that, I don't give a shit.
See, to me, I don't think we'll be competitive next year. Like, depending on new GM, hypothetical, Ballard's gone. All right. So the new GM is like, all right, Shane will usually a guy, new GM, unless he's able to come in and make sweeping changes immediately, which he doesn't have a first round pick, so it's highly unlikely. So I do believe Shane's going to get 1 year as head coach. I also think Jonathan Gannon will come in and be the Colts defensive coordinator. Just because he's going to get fired from Arizona. Yo, like, for real, Trista, there's no need for this. Like, yo, you got to stop, girl. Please. Like, you got to stop.
Oh, what the hell?
She's talking about Jonathan Gannon.
Right.
Hey, Damon, just go ahead and take that shirt off, Damon.
Right.
Yo.
He already did.
Not for free.
Gannon's going to come in and be the Colts DC. And at best, I see the Colts going 7-9, 7 or whatever. Still, you're giving them a top 15 pick, a top 12 pick in the New York Jets. That's best case scenario, in my opinion, because, again, I don't think besides 3 guys on this roster that we have a very good roster. So, to me, massive changes need to be made immediately. And the only way those massive changes are made immediately is straight up, you just rip the Band-Aid off. Because the Colts aren't competitive. And by competitive, I mean we're not the Houston Texans. We on paper, we might be competitive and have a good roster. But behind our 5 front runners, we don't really have nobody. So I just question, and I take serious, like you guys say, well, we got to – how? Why? There's no reason for it. Just suck it up. Suck it up, accept the fact that the Colts are going to be the new Browns for at least 2 years. And then after that, we can go spend, have picks, actually draft a quarterback maybe. You know,
maybe trade for Deshaun Watson?
Potentially. Shoot. At least we did something cool with the quarterback.
He's too busy hanging out with Diddy.
Cool. Something cool. I would not wear this hat if Watson was on the team.
Right, that's fair. I mean, I trust me, Teresa. I'm not. I'm happy not being that. Like, thank you. I appreciate, but I'm good. I'm way good. But I just look at it like, how? Like, we can't be serious. This roster has proven that they're unserious about the only thing that matters in professional sports, and that's winning championships. That's where I'm at with it. Like, I'm to the point where we can make all the changes in the world, and I'm perfectly content with the losses that come with it, because I'd much rather have those losses and at least be able to draft high in the next couple of drafts and acquire talent that way and fill the rosters that way. And yeah, we might have given the Jets, 2 first-round picks, but the Jets completely blow first-round picks, and they've been doing that since they won their Super Bowl in like 68.
Yeah, but either way, it's a pick that's not coming to us. That's the real issue.
I'll stand by this too. That Adonai Mitchell piece is very detrimental to us being able to shake up the wide receiver position and free some cap.
Like, I don't even care at this point. Bro, they all can go. Like, that's where I'm at with it. There's nobody in this roster besides 2 guys, maybe 3 guys. 4. Because you gave up so much for an injured DB and Sauce.
You notice how it keeps going up because you're realizing there is good players.
There's only 4 guys on the roster worth keeping. JT, Q, Sauce, and Bynum. Everyone else can go. And the only reason why I'm keeping Sauce is because you gave up so much for him. Beyond that, there's no.
I mean, I'll just add one more and just say DJ. But
there's why. He's coming off
Tyler Warren.
He's coming off an Achilles injury and then had a blown out knee.
And then you could add Dick Cross.
He didn't have
And
a
then you can
blown out
add-
knee. He had a fibula.
You gotta add Latu. You gotta add Bordolini.
That-
Yeah.
that-
You gotta
that-
add-
this is the only-
You gotta add Bernard
Bortolini
Ryman.
hasn't done anything to prove that
Bordolini's like really questionable.
Yeah, he hasn't done
Really
anything to sit
questionable.
here and
Look,
say
look.
he's legit. Latu's got more picks than sacks, and we're sitting here talking about we want to pass rush. Him. Where plays DB?
Zach, real quick, Devils are in overtime.
Nice. Like the way I look at this is like, how can we sit here and kill ourselves? There's 4 guys on this roster that are worth
There's
it.
more than that. There's more than that. There's more than that.
4
That's
legit dudes.
not true, man.
Buckner's old. Grove is fat.
I'm fine with moves like that. I'm fine with moving
Yeah.
on Buck. I'm moving on Grove, Pittman. Like you could throw out core guys. I'm cool with moving them. But
4
when you say
dudes on this
I don't-
roster who are
I don't
legit.
see it. I don't see how you can say that after we won 8 games. I just
We
don't.
won 8
it's-
games.
it's
We haven't
fine.
won since Germany, dog.
Yeah, but I mean that still doesn't change the
I
fact
wanted
that
to-
you're saying there's only 4 guys that
There's
are
4
working.
dudes on this roster who I would keep. Everyone else I would move
So
off
you're
of.
telling me 4 guys won 8 games? That's what you're telling me.
Basically, yeah. JT
That's-
had a
come on, man.
had a crazy great game.
because but the O line
He
opened
also
holes,
almost had
right?
a pick.
DJ put them in
Um,
position for JT to have a good game, though. I will say that
Yeah, but-
the 3rd and 18.
Bynum
bro.
gets picks.
Besides
So Alec
Besides AR, you can get old man Philip Rivers to do that. dog.
so
Like,
Alec Pierce didn't do anything. Bernard Ryman didn't do anything.
why bring him
Tyler
back?
Warren.
Latu didn't do anything. Bynum didn't do anything.
I said Bynum you keep. Bynum you keep.
Bernard Raymond.
Bynum
I
you
mean,
keep. You overpaid for Raymond. Dude's hurt now.
How you
Sauce, you
overpay
gave
for a
some-
left tackle?
He's not a top 5 left tackle. You gave up too much money for him. I wouldn't have re-signed Bernard Raymond.
But I'll take
When
a
they-
top
when they
12
re-signed him.
guy over a bottom 32 guy.
All I'm telling you is there's 4 legit answers on this team. Everyone else you can question.
There's more than that.
The Colts seriously need to go through and look at themselves in the mirror and have a come to Jesus type moment
I agree with
with
that.
this roster.
I agree with that. Take a fine
I
tooth
agree with
comb.
that. I just think you're lowballing the amount of guys that are worth keeping.
I am lowballing the amount because there's literally no one on this roster besides 4. I'll give you credit. There's like maybe 10 guys.
Oh,
10
see,
guys
we're
you
going
can
up.
tru-
We're going
You
up.
can truly keep. Everyone else, there's how many guys are in the offseason roster? 92 spots, and then the regular season is like 53. So there's
That's-
still like
that's-
33 freaking players that you can sit here
The fact
and tell
that
yourself.
the fact that you just went from 10 to 4 and I only said keep 3 guys on the defense exactly proves my point. That's all I meant by that. Like I just don't see how you can sit here and say only 4 guys. We won
Because
8 games.
The literally only 4 guys have won us anything. With JT, Q won us some games.
Not that simple, bro.
Philip
Come on, it's
Rivers,
football,
Philip
bro.
Rivers is doing exactly what JD did, so you can question on bringing him back. And Philip Rivers is 44, which I mean at this point we might as well bring Philip back because he's doing everything that JD did. He's just
He's
doing
not.
it at a pace in which he's
not.
proving he's a Hall of Famer. Bynum has been worth his money with all his early picks here recently.
We're not going to be able to afford to bring back AP.
That's fine. What does he do? He catches a deep ball.
That is
Rookie
not
money
fine.
to do that.
That is not fine. He's got to
Rookie
stay.
money, dog. Rookie money.
He's our best receiver, bro.
Yes.
Again, rookie money, dog. Get a rookie. I mean, you can trade Pittman and do the exact
We're not
same
going to
thing.
find another Alec Pierce, though,
Bro,
bro.
I
These
want
guys
to
don't
tear,
just fall off trees, man.
guys. I want to tear it all down.
I
am-
know. That's why I
the-
thank God every day that you're not the GM.
I am
bro.
the anti-Colts fan right now because there's
You are
nothing.
you are the
There's
Colts fan.
nothing to be proud of besides 4 guys on this entire team. Everyone else.
I
can go.
wanna understand and agree to some of your points, but you got to be more open minded. Some of this sounds crazy. Like you can't.
Yeah.
There's just no way you move forward. Like we could literally end up back with the way that you're talking. Our roster will literally be that same 2016, 2017 rosters.
I'd be
that we
okay with
had,
it at this
which
point
would be
because
terrible.
95% of the guys would be gone that I had issue with.
Why
and
would you
Ballard
be-
wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't want to watch games like that, bro.
It'd just be
I-
more
I would not.
bums, bro. Like
I would-
you're
I would
talking
not-
about just
I would-
the bums on the field.
I would not
Because that's
want
what
to
we
watch
have
games.
now. Look
I
at
don't
the
think
team we
we
have
had-
now. Bunch of
It can
bums.
get worse, brother. It
No,
can get
think
worse.
about Pittman's year. We had one receiver over 500 yards, bro. I do not want to
It
watch
can get
football
worse.
like that. I do not want to see that, bro. That is not that like I understand your frustrations, but this is crazy to push all of it on the fans to say this team is so ass that I want every other Colts fan to suffer the way I feel like this roster should suffer. That's crazy, bro.
We've suffered for the past decade.
I understand that, but at least we don't have to.
Us, hey, we're gonna go buy season tickets. Go buy season tickets. We can't even.
When was the last time you bought season tickets?
Bro, I won't buy season tickets. Not since freaking. I've actually never owned season tickets.
Okay, exactly, Zach. That's my point. So I'm saying you can't push this on every fan to say I just want it to be terrible. I don't even want to watch a good player on this team play football just because this is where I'm at with it. Like I understand the frustration, but you have to keep some to be able to play football. Like this,
everyone else go sign practice squad players. That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. I'm done with this squad, bro. I'm done with this squad.
You're talking about rolling out an FCS team, man. You want to look like Tulane versus Ole Miss, bro. Like
it doesn't.
For what, bro? What is the point of
if we had a first overall pick, I would say
that.
Yes,
that makes sense.
I'm with you. But there's no way in hell I'm about to say, let me just watch this team be absolutely garbage for 17 weeks while I know that I am not getting me a top 5 pick.
You just want the team to be bad because you're pissed at them, which we all are. I get that, but that's not a solution.
I've heard Houston mentioned twice on this show. I think they would absolutely love it if that's what we did.
I hope we do. I really hope we do. I'm so done. I want the point to be proven.
We just gotta agree to disagree, man.
Yeah, because that's gonna do it for me. I can't. I'm not.
I wouldn't watch. I wouldn't.
If that's what we do,
hold on.
I'm not watching the Colts next year. I will not be podding up next year if that's what we do.
Hold on. If there's one thing I've learned from doing this podcast since 2019 is Zach will not budge. No. We've been going back and forth with a guy who's not going to budge on his opinion.
No.
And we've been doing it for an hour.
just trying to get some reasoning here, but
that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
we've been talking in circles.
You guys have reason, and I don't disagree with you. Like DeMarco, I'm well aware of the fact that you just can't put a JV team out there. Trev, I know there's more than 4 guys that are worth a damn. But what I'm saying is it's only a shame that there's literally only 10, 12 players on this team that are legit and everyone else is trash.
No, and we said that we get your opinion on it. I just wish you would be a little bit more objective here and help us get down to what really could happen or should happen. Because I understand you're part of it.
Ballard's going to get brought back as GM. Shane's going to get brought back as play caller and coach. And then we're going to get a new defensive coordinator because either Lou's going to get fired or get a head coaching job. Jonathan Gann is going to come in, and the Colts are going to piss around. And, because Ballard's back is against the wall, magically freaking Ballard's back is against the wall. So the Colts might actually make the playoffs next year. And then he's going to get signed to a 3-year extension because that's exactly what always happens. That's what the man does. He does just enough to save his ass. And then guess what? He'll be here for 12 years, and then right after that, we'll suck for 2. And then that last year again, when we finally get a first-round pick, he'll piss it away and we won't draft a fucking quarterback. That's exactly what's going to happen, which is exactly why I turn around and sit here and say there is no sense.
Zach might not be wrong about that.
That's exactly why I'm laughing because it sounds pretty on the goddamn money.
Yeah. There's no sense. That's why I say just blow it up because that's the only changes that need to be made. Because what's going to happen? Oh, Ballard's back is against the wall, so let me actually do my job so I can get a fresh new contract. Like that's exactly what's going to happen. That's always what's going to happen.
I can't say I disagree with that. There, I think it's like I said. I think it's just we're stuck in a tough spot, and it'd be hard for any group of Colts fans to all agree upon the same thing.
Yeah.
I just think that it's really disappointing that all of the way that this has went down, going from 7-1 to now being eliminated with 2 weeks left to go in the season. It's like it's cherry on top for the way that almost every single year has went. But yeah. I don't know if you guys have anything else to add to that. I mean, obviously, we didn't even discuss for the game tomorrow.
What's the point?
There's no point. There's literally no point to
There's
talk
no
about the season.
Yeah. Like I said, like that's where we're at. Like the game is tomorrow. We haven't even played, and there's literally nothing to discuss because we've already
Season's
been
over.
eliminated from the playoffs.
Hey,
So-
31 to 13. There you go. That's my prediction.
They win. Yeah.
Jaguars.
Yeah. I also have, I think I have probably like 30 to 14, probably what I'd say.
58-10. So
Somehow Phillip Rivers will be our best player just for no reason. Everyone else will forget.
He's also
What
our
about you,
coach
David?
too. If you haven't seen that, he's been arguing with referees. I mean, it's
Yeah.
You got a
How about
prediction?
that? Oh, me?
Damon.
35-17 Jags.
17. Trev, did you say a score? I thought I heard you say a score.
I'm going to go with his, man. 35-17 Jags, and Phillip Rivers is somehow the best player on the field.
Yeah. So, I don't know if anybody else has anything to add, but I do look forward to. I will say this: if we lose to the Jags tomorrow by any of these scores that we just rattled off, I do expect to see after the game an ESPN notification that Chris Ballard has been fired. If I do not see that notification within the next 2 weeks, I will be pretty damn disappointed. Just because I think it's time.
I mean, if we lose tomorrow, you have to fire him. I mean, get yourself a head start on a GM search. Like that's
not even just a GM, a head start on the entire future. Like
100%. 100%.
I respect the optimism, Tressa. 31-27.
I mean, Ballard is literally the clown in our circus, and that man needs to go.
And what's his name? Richard Howell. He's the jester next to him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck that guy.
Oh man.
Anything else, guys?
I got nothing. Y'all made me exhausted.
I also stated like 5 minutes into that game when Houston went up 7-0. It was actually even before the game started. I told all Colts fans, go outside, spend some time with your family, touch some grass. Don't get your hopes up or nothing.
Hey, you know what? Just do that tomorrow.
The game, they scored a touchdown. Yeah, exactly.
Don't even put the game on. There ain't no reason to watch the game. Just
only reason to watch is to appreciate Phil Rivers.
Just check your phone. Check your phone for notifications.
Yeah, if your wife hates when you watch football, don't make her mad tomorrow. Just go spend time with your wife. Make her a nice breakfast. Go take her on a brunch. You know, if you got a husband or
have a couple of mimosas.
Tressa, you can. I don't know. Damon's probably pretty far away, but make him happy. Send him flowers.
Don't do that. Don't do that, dog. Don't.
But yeah, so just go outside, touch some grass, spend some time with your family. Don't get yourself hurt.
I think I'm gonna go to the gym early tomorrow. I'm not even gonna put the game on. It's just I don't see a reason.
But this was our first 5-man show of the year, so shout out to all the guys who are making it to the show. Shout out to Joey and the guys over at ZTV, man. Go check it out on Monday. The show loops for 24 hours. Go check out the show. You'll get to see all of our arguments and a little bit of the game that we discussed for tomorrow. Hopefully we can get this all fixed and resurrected after the game, and we all get that notification. We'll see how it goes. But as always, we support the Clown Shoe and go Colts.
Go Colts.
The Clown Shoe.
Second down, he fakes the Taylor, fires over the middle, completes. Pittman